Hey, thanks so much for clicking on this video and welcome to the Haves and the Have-Nots review here on YouTube. If you're a fan of Tyler Perry, you've come to the right place. Be sure to click that subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content on the channel. And also check me out on these social media platforms, and links in the description below will lead you to my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook group, and Facebook page. Once again, thanks for joining in and enjoy the video. All right, have and have not fans. Now, just a question about, Sarah and what's going to happen to her on the haves and the have nots, because when you really think about it, to what capacity does her character even add to the show anymore? The big thing was, her and Jim had passed. She was pretty much like Jim's cheat code to eliminate all evidence that was going to be used against the Cryers in the Jennifer Salison murder. But now that she's been found out due to hidden cameras, well, there really isn't a need for her to stick around. The only thing we need to know is whether or not she's going to be quote unquote punished for betraying the cops. Basically she was, correct me if I'm wrong, but since DA Jennifer Salison was killed, George was like the acting DA, with Sarah being new to the ranks, pretty much somebody who was shadowing George, pretty much following him over to Wyatt's place, then over to Catherine's house to get evidence, air quote, on the Cryers to use against them. And Sarah really wasn't keen to his methods. Pretty much, when you said we were going to get solid evidence, this isn't solid evidence, it's really flimsy. And George was like, hey, shut your mouth and just follow me. You're here to watch, not act. We're doing what we can to put these people behind bars because they got one of us. They got one of our own, so we're going to get them back. Now, I don't know to what capacity Sarah's punishment will be. I don't know if it's going to be a matter of her being simply arrested, this ruining her career, not to mention most likely her marriage being called off to that judge that's supposedly up there with Jim in age. I think Jim even said that man's old enough to be your grandfather. So I feel like Sarah is probably, I don't know if she's going to be killed off. I feel like that's a bit too gruesome, but these people are ruthless, so an accident could occur. But another thing you can really throw in there in terms of Jim being really screwed. Remember the last time they had sex, there was that one time that Sarah wanted to use a condom. But at that point, Jim was like, no. And it's like, look, I don't want to catch anything. And then, they had sex. I think that's the one where Jim made her crawl on the floor to him or whatever. All I'm saying is this: I feel like the condom being brought up, and I even did a couple videos on this, I feel like the condom being brought up is a plot point we shouldn't ignore. Do you feel like, number one, Sarah caught something from Jim, which is, I remember doing a video earlier this year about how come these characters don't seem to wash their asses after all the sex they have. When is Benny going to take a shower or a bath? When's Gia? It was crazy because all these characters walking around having sex, but you don't see anybody washing their ass off afterwards. But I'm going to be honest here, even though I wouldn't want to see this, but I think it's possible that Sarah might or may have either caught something from Jim or have gotten pregnant by Jim, because Jim just threw her ass out of the door like Uncle Phil does to Jazz on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. As soon as he found that wire, boom, she was gone. So I'm just saying that Sarah, as far as I know, wasn't in Atlanta for filming for season 7. So she might have one more appearance in season 6 in 2019, and that's it. We'll just have to wait and see. Or better yet, George might use Sarah against the Cryers in the trial, so there's a possibility with that. But all I'm saying is this: we really shouldn't underestimate what George and the other police are going to do. But at the same time, let me know in the comment section below, do you feel like Sarah is pretty much done for good? Like Jim throwing her out of the house, is that the last time we'll ever see her on the show? Will we ever see what the price of her betrayal was, not just to George, but also to her duty as a upholder of the law? You pretty much committed a huge crime. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And what do you think about the theory? Do you think she's either caught something from Jim or got pregnant by Jim? And because of that, Jim is going to be even more screwed than he is now.